But now something disturbing about this story, the fact that the father of the disease is willing to let it slide. Does this have to do? Does this have anything to do with the popular saying that it's a man's world? Is it? Does it? I don't know if I should relate it to religion right now, because from the report, obviously they are, Muslims. The disease has been buried. Do you think it has anything to do with culture, religion? What's your take on this story?
Going by the facts that are presented herein. First of all, we have to understand that first there has not been any investigations concluded by the police. So investigations are still on. Secondly, no cases are in court as at now. Thirdly, there is an error in going to bury the woman almost immediately, because there were seizures, there were convulsions. We are not very sure that it was because of the activities of her husband that led to her death. An autopsy would have even opened up more on that issue. Also, I know it's because of the Islamic rites and all that, but you're talking about murder case. If her husband is found guilty, he is to spend a substantial amount of time in jail, if not going for a capital punishment. So such charges are so strong to be able to sweep that case just under the rug. So I think, first of all, it doesn't have anything to do with culture. It doesn't have anything to do with religion. It doesn't have anything to do with the gender or the sex. It's entirely a state government case. Any murder case is the state government that champions the case against the alleged murderer.
Now, let's move away from this report a little bit. Yesterday or so, there were disturbing videos, that went viral on the internet about, I don't know if you saw the video, a lawyer brutalizing his wife on the street, and she was almost naked and all. Now, we still have cases like this every day. Tomorrow, we don't know, we might wake up to, more disturbing videos. Now, does this have to do with our society? Because if you go to other countries, it is not like this. You cannot lay a finger on a woman. But in Nigeria, we have, people daily brutalizing their spouses, their wives. Sometimes it's not just the women anyways. We have some men that also go through this. So what do you think is the problem here?
In my attempt not to generalize per se, let's limit ourselves to this particular case. This particular case is a marital case. When two people live together, demons spring up. Even in the midst of the joyful marriage and all that, there are still demons involved in it. We are human beings, we are not angels. And that being said, I want to say that there are rising cases of spousal abuse, both on the male, both on the female side, where it does not actually mean that there is a grand plan among men to actually wipe out women. I mean, women are any society where there are no women, there are no society there in total. There are no societies right now presently where there are only men there. So it's a thing that we have to understand that it happens not just only in Nigeria, it happens worldwide. There are places where, there are reports that also come out from places outside Nigeria concerning this same exact case. And I want to say that the investigations are going to bring up more information concerning this, because it's very, very dicey to even speak so heavily about it.
But in a situation that the neighbors are not willing to speak, even the father has not given any concrete information. The father is saying, I've already forgiven my son-in-law.
Even if it's true.
Yeah, even if it's true, I've forgiven my son-in-law. Let's leave the religious aspect here. Do you think it would be very easy for this investigation to be carried out even though the woman has already been buried? And again, whenever we are talking about family violence, they're always saying all of this is happening because there is no workshop for men. It's always women, it's always young girls, nothing like a young boy. They don't have, mothers don't really give attention to the boys because they feel it's a man's war, like she rightly mentioned. Do you think that all of this has a lot to do with what men are doing now? Because this is just a few that we have heard of. A lot is going on that people do not even know. The way manner at which men handle their wives is something that we can't really fathom. So do you think it has a lot to do with that?
I think, first of all, the onus is on the case. The onus of the case is on the state to actually pursue it to its logical conclusion. And if the state wants to pursue it to the logical conclusion, there has to be, they have to get the woman out of her present graveside and run an autopsy on it. Through the autopsy, it's going to be easier to detail that this man is the man that did this. Because if they have not proven that he really killed his wife, it will be very unfair for us to vilify him right now. Secondly, going to your second question, I want to also say that yes, most males in most relationships have not been able to get some good counseling in order on how to manage their homes or their relationships. Many men don't know how to handle a nagging wife. Maybe they don't know how to handle a relationship when there is no money as it used to be before. They don't know how to handle other people coming to live with them while they are with their wives. There are a lot of things that maybe the men might need more information on, and there are no guidance and counseling for men. There are no safe houses. There are no instructions or hotlines where a man can call and say, this, I'm going through so and so thing, I need guidance on what to do. Until stuff like that comes up, we have to make do with the barbarism that we are seeing. I'm not going to make excuses for how they are treated, but
you're also
I think they need more education.
You're also talking about the body being exhumed if they have to carry out autopsy to be able to know what happened. But in a situation, the father-in-law's already said, no matter what happened, I have forgiven him in advance. Do you think the law will still take its course?
When there's a murder case, it's not the murder is not on the family. It's not the family that handles murder case. So the word of the mother or the father doesn't come in place right now. It's the state. The state, meaning the federal, state, or local government. In fact, the federal or state government, Attorney General of the federation or of the state that pursues the case. So in a situation where they are buried already, and there is still room for more investigation, an exhumation is in place.